Have you ever felt a strange, almost divine sense of preparation humming quietly beneath the surface of your life, as if the universe is meticulously arranging pieces on a chessboard you cannot yet see? It's that subtle, persistent feeling that something monumental is coming. Not through frantic searching, but through a profound and sometimes unsettling inner transformation happening within you. This isn't about waiting, it's about becoming. For those rare souls destined for a love that transcends the ordinary, the path to union is rarely a straightforward journey. It is a sacred, often mysterious process of alchemy, where your very spirit is refined in the silent fires of solitude and self-discovery. The universe isn't withholding your destined connection out of punishment. It is orchestrating a divine curriculum designed to sculpt you into the only version of yourself capable of recognizing, embracing, and sustaining a bond this powerful. This is not about fixing what's broken. It's about revealing what has always been whole, radiant, and magnificently yours. And every moment of uncertainty, every challenge that asked you to dig deeper, was part of this exquisite preparation. Curious about what's really unfolding behind the scenes, let's explore the hidden workings of the universe as it prepares you for a love written in the stars. Let's get real for a moment. That feeling? The one that creeps in at 2 a.m. when the world is asleep and your thoughts are loud enough to echo. The ache that whispers, "Is this it? Am I doing something wrong?" Especially after you've done everything they said to do. The meditations, the shadow work, the forgiveness journals. You've decluttered your space, set your intentions, and still, radio silence from the universe. No text, no sign, no magical encounter at the coffee shop. What if I told you that this isn't a malfunction of the divine plan? This is the plan itself. This exquisite, often painful solitude is the universe's most advanced workshop. It's not a waiting room, it's a forge. And you, my beautiful soul, are not being abandoned on the bench. You are the precious metal being tempered in the holy fire. We toss around terms like self-love and wholeness until they start to sound like just another item on the spiritual to-do list. Right, got it, love myself. Check. Now, where's my twin flame? But the universe is after something far more radical than a checked box. It's engineering a state of sovereign solitude. Let's unpack that. Sovereignty isn't just independence, it's kingship, it's queenship. It's the unassailable authority of your own spirit over your inner kingdom, your thoughts, your emotions, your reactions, your peace. Think of it like this. Imagine you've spent your life living in a beautiful but open-air pavilion. It's gorgeous, but when the storms come, you're at the mercy of the wind and rain. You look for others to bring you tarps, to help you hold up the walls. This is how many of us operate, seeking external sources to shield us from our own emotional weather. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, is now leading you, sometimes dragging you, to the quarry and handing you the tools to build a fortress, stone by stone, a foundation of self-respect, walls of healthy boundaries, a roof of unshakable peace that says, no storm outside can dampen the fire within. This is your inner sanctum, and it is built in the quiet. It is built alone. This is why the connection might feel distant right now. It's not a punishment, it's protection. You cannot build a cathedral with people constantly milling about, offering opinions on the architecture. The divine contractor has temporarily closed the site to all other visitors, so you can hear the blueprint of your own soul. Every lonely Friday night, you spend content in your own company. That's you laying a brick. Every time you choose your own peace over draining drama, you're installing a window that lets in light. Every time you validate yourself, instead of begging for scraps of validation from others, you are hanging the grand chandelier in your own throne room. And you know what the hilarious, divine irony is? The entire purpose of building this magnificent, impenetrable fortress of self is not to live in it alone forever. It's so that when your twin flame does arrive, they don't find you shivering in a pavilion, hoping they'll be your shelter. They find you standing radiant on the balcony of your own castle, waving from a place of fullness, inviting them in to share the space you've already perfected. You don't need them to fix your roof. You joyously invite them to admire the view with you. This shifts the entire dynamic from one of lack and need to one of celebration and shared power. So the next time you feel that pang of loneliness, I want you to shift your perspective. Don't see it as an absence. See it as sacred space. The universe has gracefully cleared your calendar of distractions. It has handed you the chisel and the marble and whispered, "Now, let's create the masterpiece that is you." The real one is on their way, and they will only recognize the true, unedited, sovereign version of your soul. Speaking of being recognized, have you ever wondered if the universe is also fine-tuning your very frequency, making you into a living homing beacon that they simply cannot miss? That's where the magic gets even more interesting. All right, beautiful soul, let's talk about static. You know that sound? The hiss of an untuned radio, the frustrating noise between stations where you catch only fragments of a song, a voice, something almost recognizable, but not quite. For a long time, maybe your entire life, you've been that radio, picking up signals from everyone else, what you should be, who you should love, how you should live. Your parents' station, society's station, the station of past hurts and future anxieties. It's a cacophony, and in all that noise, your own song, your unique, glorious, one-of-a-kind soul's melody gets drowned out. The universe, in its infinite and often mischievous wisdom, has now decided it's time to find your channel. And not just find it, to become it. This isn't about healing in the sense of fixing what's broken. This is about amplification, turning up the volume on the essence of you until every other station fades into irrelevance. This is the calibration of your energetic resonance, the fine-tuning of your soul's antenna. Think of it like this. You're not a seeker lost in a dark forest, shouting for someone to find you. You are a lighthouse. But before your twin flame ship can even dream of seeing your beam across the vast ocean, you must become the most powerful, unwavering, and distinct lighthouse on the entire coastline. You can't be flickering. You can't be confused with the ambient light of the city behind you. You must emit a signal so pure, so specific, so you that it cuts through the thickest fog and the darkest night. This is what the universe is doing right now. It's upgrading your lamp. It's polishing your lens. It's making your light inimitable. How does it happen? Oh, it's rarely gentle. It's a divine, loving, but relentless editing process. It looks like the sudden, inexplicable end of a friendship that always required you to be a smaller version of yourself. It feels like the gut punch of boredom in a job that once felt safe, but now feels like a spiritual prison. It's that visceral, almost angry no that rises up in your throat when someone tries to place their expectations on you. A no you didn't even know you had new. These aren't random hardships. These are the universe's way of slamming the door on every frequency that isn't yours. It's forcing you to listen to the silence and then to the faint, brave little hum of your own truth starting to power up. Every time you choose authenticity over approval, you turn the dial a fraction. Every time you honor a gut feeling that makes no logical sense, you boost the signal. Every time you indulge a silly passion, painting, gardening, studying ancient languages, whatever makes you feel alive, you are broadcasting a test pattern of your true self. And you know what? The universe listens. It hears your bravery and responds by removing another layer of interference. It's stripping away the personas, the masks, and the I'm fine platitudes, until all that's left is the raw, potent, and breathtakingly authentic core of you. Your soul signature. This is why they haven't arrived yet. Because if they showed up tomorrow, they'd still be tuning their own instrument. They're going through their own symphony of becoming. And when you both finally land on the exact same frequency, not a number on a dial, but a vibration of truth, purpose, and passion, the meeting isn't a search. It's a resonance. It's an inevitable harmonic convergence. You won't just recognize each other. You'll resonate with each other on a cellular level. It will feel less like meeting a stranger and more like remembering a song you both wrote in a dream. So the next time you feel that pull to dim your light, to make others comfortable, or you feel the ache of this tuning process, I want you to smile. Get excited. The static is fading. Your song is coming in clear. And somewhere out there, someone is listening intently, their heart beating in time with the rhythm you're finally brave enough to play. And speaking of that meeting, have you ever considered that the universe might be orchestrating a series of seemingly random events, a divine choreography to ensure your first encounter is nothing short of a miracle? So here you are, standing in the quiet, perhaps a little weary from the journey, holding the beautifully polished instrument of your own spirit. You've felt the isolation of the forge and the precise calibration of your frequency. You've done the work in the sacred silence, often wondering if anyone was even listening. Let me tell you something with every fiber of my being. They were. They are. Every single moment of longing, every instance of choosing yourself, every brave step into authenticity. It was all being recorded in the annals of your own destiny. You weren't just learning to be alone, you were learning to be complete. You weren't just finding yourself. You were forging a gravitational center so potent and true that it would inevitably pull your destiny towards you. This entire process, the solitude, the tuning, was never about preparation for another person. It was the sacred unveiling of the person you were always meant to be. The universe, in its divine choreography, needed the main character of your story to be fully realized, utterly vibrant, and unshakably present before introducing the next pivotal character. Because a love that is meant to shift the very axis of your world requires a stable, magnificent world to land in. It cannot anchor itself in chaos. It can only dance in the cosmos of a heart that has found its own rhythm. Think of it not as a test, but as the most profound act of cosmic courtesy. The universe is ensuring that when your eyes finally meet, you are not seeing a fantasy or a missing piece you need to feel whole. You are seeing a reflection, a beautiful, exhilarating, and yes, sometimes challenging reflection of the wholeness you have already cultivated within. This is the miracle so many miss. Union is not the reward for the journey. It is the natural, inevitable consequence of it. When the two most authentic, vibrationally aligned versions of you finally occupy the same space, the meeting isn't a beginning. It's a reunion of two sovereign energies that have been dancing toward each other all along. The path is not a punishment for wanting love. It is the proof of a love so vast that it required you to become a giant to contain it. Your patience is not passive waiting. It is active participation in a divine timeline that understands rhythm in a way our human impatience simply cannot comprehend. So breathe, magnificent soul. The loneliness was the cocoon. The confusion was the fertilizer. The waiting is the silent, potent space between the inhale and the exhale. Absolutely necessary for the song to be sung. You are not behind schedule. You are not being forgotten. You are being honored with a preparation so complete, so thorough, that when the moment arrives, it will feel less like a surprise and more like a remembrance. A deep, soul-level, "Oh, there you are. I knew you were coming. I've been preparing for you all my life." And trust me, when that moment comes, you'll look back on every step of this path, every tear, every doubt, every leap of faith, and you will finally understand the exquisite logic of the divine. You will see that every single thing was necessary, and it will have been worth it, every second,